So this is a continuation off of the video I posted about why Kambo practitioners should be medically trained. And for those of you that are interested, I'm going to kind of go into more detail about why I believe those things. So first and foremost, I guess I should give a little bit of a quick background about myself. I have been serving Kambo for 6 years now, I believe. Time flies. And I also went to school to study pre-medical. I shadowed in hospitals. I got not EMT. I got first aid, BLS, and EKG certified during my time in college, as well as taking a whole bunch of different science classes about medicine and how the body interacts in general. So the reason why I believe that Kambo practitioners need to be medically trained is because Kambo is it's a very specific, it has very specific interactions with the human body. And down in Peru where they train, their bodies are very different than ours. Meaning the things that they eat, the way that they live, the way that they kind of experience life is very different from the westernized sense of life, the way that we live our lives here. So the addition of just the things that we eat, the preservatives, the medicines that we take, all of those things create new contraindications that wouldn't have existed for people down in the jungle. Although I'm sure people have heart attacks down in the jungle, it's very different. The way that they get there is different. And I don't have a ton of information to speak on that because I'm not an anthropologist. I don't specifically study the Peruvians and how their medical habits work. But I will say that we have major heart problems in the United States, obesity, we have certain medications we take to kind of interact and counteract those things. Some of those have very strong contraindications with Kambo. And as a Kambo practitioner, you should not only know what those medicines are, you should know how they contraindicate specifically, and that will give you an idea of whether you should serve specific people or not. So if someone's taking, let's just say, X medicine, and that doesn't interact well with Kambo, that could create some pretty major issues for that person. I actually know people in real life, like personally. I didn't train them, I didn't give them any guidance on Kambo, but I just know of them. They learned somewhere else and they decided to start serving, and they've served people and actually sent people to the hospital. And it's because they didn't really know about what makes people safe during Kambo, how to act if something does go wrong. Now, I'm lucky enough to have that background, and I believe the reason that that's a necessity is because I've served I don't even know how many people I've served, over 1,500 for sure, but I don't know how many people I've served at this point. But I've never had anyone go to the hospital. I've never had any problems in the moment with people having issues due to Kambo. And I've even served people that had traditional contraindications that I was able to get to the root of the problem and the cause and determine that although you shouldn't serve that person, this person is a safe candidate. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without the medical knowledge that I have. If people are just running around slapping Kambo onto people, it will result in problems at some point if you're not careful on who you choose to serve. And the next reason that I think people need to be medically trained with Kambo is there's a certain amount of, even in the jungle, there's a level of clinicism when it comes to Kambo, and a certain way that they serve it, a certain series of things that happen. And I found that a lot of people who serve Kambo that have just quickly gone down there for a week and come back don't follow those steps. And although the Kambo practitioners in the jungle, the people who have been doing it for a really long time, don't have the scientific knowledge as to why these steps matter, they just have figured out through thousands of years of practice that this causes the medicine to interact the best with the body. In the United States and Western countries and people just going down and learning and coming back, you spend about a week down there learning how all this stuff works. And some people, a lot of people, take a few things, look at other things as unnecessary and throw them out and don't follow the kind of protocol. And I know that's kind of a trigger word for spiritual people, I guess, that they don't want it to be super medicalized, but there is a protocol when it comes to serving Kambo. There's a series of steps that creates the best atmosphere. Just like any other ceremony, when you're serving, if someone was had learned to serve ayahuasca or any other medicine, there's a protocol to setting up the space and getting it ready to hold the energy in the container of everything that's going on. You can push back against the discipline and the ideology of how these things run. There is protocol in the medical industry, and there's protocol in the spiritual industry as well. And it's important that we embrace both of those things. And the fact of the matter is, things are done in a specific way to keep people safe and to give people the best outcome possible. And although there are times when straying from that can create a better experience, for the most part, if a group of people have been doing things for thousands of years, there's probably a reason why. And I've found that people who are medically trained tend to respect the protocol more because that's what they learned during their training. That's an overgeneralization, so take that with a grain of salt. However, that is something that I have noticed from my own personal experience. And the last thing that I'll say is there are a lot of people who are running around that don't even get trained at all and just see someone else serve Kambo and start serving it themselves. And I think by having these thoughts in people's minds that I should be asking for what are you medically trained in? Where did you learn? Specifically medicine, because it's really hard to source back where someone learned Kambo. They'll say, oh, I learned it from this guy in the jungle somewhere. Like, that tells you nothing. That person could have never learned Kambo, or they could have been serving it for in their family for thousands of years. But when you are able to ask someone about their medical background, you can trace that back. It gives them a little bit more validity. It might make you believe in the fact that they had learned Kambo somewhere else as well. It just kind of really corroborates their story of, I did learn Kambo, here's how, here's why. And I think that could overall keep people safer, because the last thing we need is people running around serving medicines that they don't know how to serve and running into issues that they don't know how to fix and creating problems for people that are lifelong. Because if you serve someone Kambo and it causes them a heart attack, if it doesn't kill them, it's a long-term problem that they will have to deal with for the rest of their life. People come to these medicines to heal, and we don't want to send them home in a worse position that they are in. And although I personally don't agree with the westernization of medicine in most cases, one thing that they do is they constantly try to figure out the best way to approach problems and heal from them. Now, we have a lot to learn from the Eastern medicines with preventative medicine and kind of addressing it and not over-prescribing, but both have the same ideologies of, this person has a problem, how can I fix it? So I hope that sheds more light on my thoughts about it. If you are a Kambo server, get medically trained, as well as also learning how to serve Kambo itself. If you didn't learn how to serve Kambo and you aren't medically trained, stop. It's dangerous. You could hurt people. Please stop doing it. Go get trained and then come back to it. There are plenty of avenues to do that, and there are plenty of places where you can get trained medically for very cheap over a period of time. And just take the time to protect other people and yourself. Anyway, I hope if my thoughts resonate with you, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, right up here is going to be a video that would be perfect for you. Talk soon.